my name is Precious and welcome to my channel. Let's talk with Precious. So today I'm going to be doing a tarot card reading on Anuel AA and Melissa. So let's go ahead and get started with the reading. So, Spirit of Matresali, when it comes to Anuel AA and Melissa, what was the status of their relationship when they first met? So the story goes that Melissa and Anuel AA, they met each other at a nightclub that was hosting a party for Drake, the rapper Drake. And Melissa, I believe, was invited, and well, AA, due to him being a rapper, he was probably invited or heard about the party that was going on. So let's ask Metresali, how exactly did they meet? Spirit of Metresali, when it comes to Enwo AA and Melissa, how exactly did they meet? So, watching. They are interested. Keep dating. So it appears that this was like, I don't want to say like a match made in heaven, but it was more so of like, I'm here, I'm going to the club with my friends, we're gonna have fun. Hopefully we see a nice cute guy. And Melissa, she said she had seen and well AA on TV and everything, and she thought it was cute, she thought it was fine, and she thought it would be nice to, see him and meet with him one day. And well AA, on the other hand, he really wasn't like going out looking for things. He was just going out to have fun and to look for friends. But Spirit is saying this was one of those things where like their eyes locked. They saw each other and it was like, oh, you fine. I know I'm fine. You fine too. So let's both get together because we both fine and we both, had that chemistry. And Spirit is saying that they were interested in each other. But the conflict here between Melissa and Inwell is there seems to be like, and well, whenever he's online, he always makes it seem like Melissa wanted it to be more than what it was. And it's like Melissa is just stating facts. But let's ask Smith-Leslie, was this like a match made in heaven on a romantic level, or was this just a hit it and quit it type of ordeal? Spirit of Methodistly, when it comes to Noel AA and Melissa, was this a hit it and quit it situation, or was there a general interest of Melissa and Noel AA possibly dating? There was a general interest in both of them possibly dating. Yeah, is what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't like when he saw her, like, ooh, she got a nice body, ooh, she fine, I just want to hunt her for the night. There was actually a general interest between them two. Like, maybe they could possibly hook up, they could possibly meet each other for dinner, they could possibly get to know each other. So, sex, yeah, it was in the mix, but it didn't really come until, like, they started talking and got to know each other, like, afterwards, per se. So that's pretty much what I'm showing here in the card. So yes, and while AA doesn't seem to be as honest, or I'll just go ahead and say honest. Whenever he's on social media and it pertains to the relationship that he had with Melissa, that they actually tried working on something and that it was just a hit it and quit it type of thing. And Melissa, she's more so of, you wanted to be with me. You know that we were working on something before I slept with you and I got pregnant. Because Melissa has been saying this whole time, I had, IUD, I had birth control, so of course I didn't think I was going to be able to get pregnant. And well, AA, he didn't put on a condom, so that's how I got pregnant. I didn't think I would get pregnant, but here we are. I got a 1 year old baby. Well, I think she's two now, but yes, so now I got a 2 year old daughter. So yeah, Spirit is saying that they did try to work on like possibly dating and possibly like seeing each other on a serious level. But in Woe AA, he was just like, okay, I'm trying to have fun, but at the same time, I see like a sincere interest with this girl or like in this girl. She's sincerely in me. I'm sincerely in her. So maybe we could work something out. Because in Woe AA, like when you listen to a lot of his songs and his music, it's either about sex or about him wanting a woman to be with him or wanting a woman to love him or him being so in love with the woman, missing her, wanting her, like can't stop thinking about her. Like if you don't get caught up in the beat and in like the rhythm of the music and actually listen to his lyrics, he can be a romantic guy. He could either be like a really sexual guy or he could be a really romantic guy. So he has like the best of both worlds, and he knows how to like turn one of them off to keep one on, and he knows how to like keep both of them going at the same time. So he has that fluidity when it comes to his emotions and his feelings. So I believe that, so well, it's not I believe, but Spirit is saying that that's what got them like together. She noticed how he had this flow and how he had this balance of like sexual and romantic energy. So yeah, it seems like in Low AA he doesn't want to be as honest in public, that is, that he was trying to work on something romantic with Melissa. But Melissa has been the one that's been like, no, don't sit there and try to call me a hoe or make it seem like I was one, because you know from jump we did try to like date or whatever, but you know, just didn't happen like that. So Spirit of Madresali, like what exactly ended up happening between Noel AA and Melissa? What I'm picking up is that they did try to date, but things just didn't work out. He just wasn't as interested in her as she was into him, is what I'm seeing. Because Spirit is saying, like, he got pretty bored with her. Like, in Woe AA, like, yeah, he's, you know, hood dude, street dude, or whatever, but he's old school. Like, he may be, what, 31, 32, but he has the mindset of, like, a 55-year-old. Like, he's very wise for his age. And I believe that's why he's lasted so long in the reggaeton genre. Because if you think about it, yes, reggaeton does have more than one image and more than one type of sound. But if you know, like reggaeton, like Puerto Rican reggaeton from like the 90s up until the early 2000s, he has that flavor. He has like the Hector Father, Tito Bambino, Daddy Yankee, Don Omar. He has that type of rhythm and flow, which is like the nostalgia of reggaeton that a lot of people miss. So in Woe A, he has that, but he has that mindset of, you know, how like the old school guys or like old school people do, of working hard and showing respect to your elders and, you know, meeting people and, you know, just making sure that you hit your mark and hit your accolades and those milestones so that you could be established by a certain age. So he may be like this player boy type of guy, or he may be like this, you know, cutie pie, like flirtatious man or whatever. But he does have like a sense of self control and a sense of tact and a sense of focus when it comes to his mindset, who he is a person. But he does like to have fun. So he saw Melissa as this, you know, goo goo gaga girl, but she's very like posh and really like astute. You know, I'm smart. You know, I'm really like girly and I like to look good and everything. And his current girlfriend, Laurie, does appear to be that way, but she's more carefree and she's more free spirited. But Melissa, it's like she was too uptight for him. Now, as far as like the chemistry and whatnot between them, I do see some like gossipy energy, and the gossipy energy that I'm picking up is more so from him. Like he's been saying some things to his friends, like, you know, this girl's kind of crazy. You know, I kind of see some things with her. Then again, I kind of don't. You know, it's just a little too mixy, so I don't know how this is gonna go. And as far as like the trickster thing, she did well. Okay, Spirit. So what are you saying here with this trickster energy? She did more so try to play him by pretending or coming off as someone who would be down with a lot of his shenanigans and everything, but at the same time she wasn't. Because Spirit is saying she gave off like the spirit or the energy of trying to be a wife or trying to come off as a wife when she wasn't the wife and wasn't even a girlfriend. So in a way, pretty much felt like she was trying to do too much at one time when they really weren't on that level just yet or weren't going to get to that level just yet. So that's what I'm picking up initially. So in the recent argument, and I posted the screenshots of like the messages they sent to each other on their IG statuses, and well, A was alluding to the fact that she may be mad about the fact that they didn't date for real, or that they didn't become a couple, or that she didn't end up like Laurie or Yailin, who was married to him, or like any of the other women he's been with. So let's see if this is true. So, Spirit of Madresali, is this true that Melissa is angry or upset that she didn't get to date or have a serious relationship with Noel AA? Yes or no? Yeah, she's pretty much saying that she's mad that she didn't get to have this romantic relationship with him because, and well, AA, he takes good care of his girlfriends. Like, if you seen how he was with Carol G when he gave her like the beautiful flowers and like the beautiful birthday party where everything was decked out in pink and roses and had like this lavish gold and like pink decor table, and how he did with like Yailin when they had the baby shower, and then with Lori with the roses and the cars and everything. She wanted that because when you look at Melissa, Melissa is very like well dressed, well put together, really pretty, hair done, makeup done, nails done, everything is like together like a model because she is like a social media influencer and a model, but she doesn't make a lot of money is what I'm saying. She does straggle along a little bit, and she does try to like keep her bills paid with the different gigs that she gets, but she doesn't really make a lot of money. I'm picking up that her life sometimes is a struggle, and she was hoping that she would be able to be with him because she sees how he financially takes care of his girlfriends that he's with. Like I said, like, and well, AA is like an old school man. He may be young, but he's old school where he believes in taking care of his family, taking care of his kids, but he also believes in taking care of the women that he holds dear to himself or dear in his life. And that's what she wanted. So, yeah, Spirit is saying that she is sort of bitter and kind of upset that that wasn't her, or that that wasn't for her. Okay. So, what else would we like to ask Mithresali about Melissa and Well AA? So the baby, the big the big issue that Melissa and Well AA have had is Well AA claiming Gianella. So his daughter's name is Gianella. And she actually has his last name that's Gazmel. I don't remember like Well AA's full name, but I do know that one of his last names is Gazme. And Gianella does have his last name Gazme along with her mother's last name. So she does have his name. And Melissa did say that, and well, A did take a DNA test and it came out 99.9% that he was the father. And I believe she said he took two DNA tests to confirm. And it came out both times that he was the father. But the biggest issue that they've had with one another is him claiming his daughter. Now, in well, AA, I remember when Gianello was one, he didn't really claim her like that. He said that, he was ready to have his first girl with Yailin because when him and Yailin got divorced, she was like 8, 9 months pregnant. So he said he was excited to have his first daughter, Catalea, but Melissa came out and did a full blown interview. She was like, that's not his first daughter. His first daughter is with Gianella. Gianella, she's here. I had Gianella way before Catalea because I have a feeling in a way that Noel AA doesn't want to like disrespect like Yailin or kind of like make himself look bad, but you can probably tell that Melissa and Noel AA got together when he and Yailin were probably talking because I believe that Melissa got pregnant well before, like a couple months before they got married, a couple months before Noel AA and Yailin got married, and she had Gianella I think in the summer of and well AA and Yailin being married. So I think he kind of didn't want to admit to that infidelity. But let's see what Spirit says. So when it comes to and well AA, why didn't he claim Gianella when Gianella was first born? Yeah, Spirit is saying that he didn't want to disrespect his marriage that he had with Yailin. Because, like I said, when you look at the time frame that he and Yailin got married, and look at the time frame of when Melissa got pregnant and when she had Gianella like in the middle of their marriage because they only were married for like a year. They didn't even get married. They didn't even stay married that long. It's like they got married in January and she got pregnant like around what May, June or so. But then Melissa had Gianella in like the summertime of that because Yailin didn't have Catalea until like couple of months after they got divorced. So, yeah, I think he was kind of shamed that he kind of cheated or he kind of cheated on Yailin a little bit with Melissa. and got her pregnant. So yeah, he just didn't want to like publicly admit that he cheated on Yailin, and that's why Melissa got pregnant and had Gianella in the middle of their marriage. So that's what that was. It was the shame and the guilt. But Melissa was able to get into NYAA's head and get him to understand, like, hey, this is your daughter. You need to claim her. She has your name. You took the DNA test. So what's the problem? He did started claiming her, but then it's like he started trickling back and not claiming her anymore. And I did hear a recent song of his. I don't remember the name, but he did say something about him loving his kids and him having two daughters and a son. So he has started publicly claiming her again now. So let's see, like, why is it that Melissa has had to check and Will AA twice about him claiming Gianella and him claiming their daughter and whatnot. So let's see why. Let's see why is it that she's had to check him so much. So what's the deal? So does anyone AA really want to claim Gianella? Is the question. Yes or no? She's saying somewhat. He wants to claim her somewhat, but not officially or definitely because he sees her as like an illegitimate child. Like in my opinion, like Gianella is the most prettiest out of all his kids, and that may sound like funny acting, but she's like the prettiest of them all, like to me. But when it says like him claiming her, he wants to claim her like somewhat because she's like the illegitimate child, the child that almost shouldn't have been, but happened anyway. So that's why he's kind of hesitant about claiming Gianella as opposed to his son and as opposed to Kathleya, the one he had with Yailin. So let's see what else is going on here. Now, I remember a while back that there was a story that said that NYAA bought Melissa a house in Miami for her and Gianella to live in. So let's see if this is true. So Spirit of Destiny, when it comes to NYAA and Gianella, did he buy Melissa a house in Miami for her and Gianella to live in? Yes or no? Yeah, he did. Yeah, so it is true that he did buy her a house in Miami for her and Gianella to stay in. So yes, he did do that for her. He did take care of her. He did provide for her. So yes, he did do that. But it's just the thing that Melissa just can't seem to deal with. Like Melissa means well, and this is what Spirit is saying. Melissa does mean well when it comes to her and well AA as far as like Gianella is concerned. She just wants her daughter to have her father in her life and for her to have a normal childhood. But it's like Melissa's not getting it in her head how she was conceived and the type of man that Well AA is, because it's like, and well, AA is a very established man. Because, like I said before, he's like old school, and this is what we got when the business card came out. So, with the businessman card coming out, that's how he sees himself as someone who's established. His career is going well. He's a number one artist, top Billboard artist. He has a lot of good things in his career. He's getting older. He wants to settle down. But it's like he has morals, even though he likes sex and he does get with women or whatever. He's like a family man. He's like a legitimate guy when you really get to know him. And it's like with Melissa, she just doesn't understand like what they had. It was more so like a one night stand. And he did try to get to know her and did try to get with her, but it just didn't work out because he wasn't as interested in her as she was in him. Because, like I said, he kind of thought that she was, a bit boring, that there wasn't much like depth to her or wasn't like much interest to her. Because in well AA, he likes women of different cultures, women of different colors. Like he has his first wife was Puerto Rican and the second one was Dominican, then Melissa is Colombian, and then now his girlfriend is Venezuelan. So it's like whatever culture floats his boat, he dates that race and everything. So that's what we have here. But yeah, it just seems like with Melissa, the detachment is what's so hard for her, because it's like she can't seem to detach from the fact that Anuel AA doesn't want really too much to do with her or like really their daughter. So let's see how he feels about being a father of Gianella. Spirit of Madresli, when it comes to Anuel AA being a father to Gianella, does he really want to be in Gianella's life as a father figure? Yes or no? It's saying yes, he does. He does want to be a father for her, a father figure for her, and he thinks she's very beautiful. Like that's his daughter, but I'm seeing where he doesn't. He feels like Melissa in a way is kind of being a gold digger, which is why he's so hesitant to be in to have like any type of connection with her because I feel like it's like pocket snatching or like chain like you're yanking at my pockets or like you're yanking at my wallet. That's how he feels when he gets close to her. It's like, okay, I'm gonna ease into this, but don't ask me for no money. Like I ain't got no money to give you. Like don't be trying to, get me to pay this bill or that bill because you're her mother too, so you need to be helping out here too. So that's why he's a little hesitant with her as far as like being a part of her life. But yes, he does want to be there for her. So let's see how this is gonna go. Like, will they be able to have a stable relationship and a stable bond, like co-parenting? Spirit of Melissa, no, Spirit of Mathesali, when it comes to Noel A and Melissa will be able to have like a healthy co-parenting relationship with taking care of their daughter Gianella? Yes or no? I'm saying that yes, they will, but Smith is saying somewhat because of his career, is what I'm saying. Because they got good chemistry as far as communication is concerned, but like the career is what's playing a part in it. Because Spirit is saying that he still has much more to do as far as music, and he has like further to go as far as music is concerned. So yes, he is going to be taking care of her, but his career is going to play a bigger part in it as well. So he's going to be like, Spirit is telling me that he's going to be cutting time from her. Like he's gonna be there, but he's not gonna spend entirely too much time because he's gonna have to like get back into the studio, make more music, release new songs, appear on a new different beats. Like he's in his creative spot right now, is what I'm seeing. So what's gonna be in it as far as Melissa? So what is Melissa gonna have to do in this whole thing with Inwell AA? So Melissa Lee is pretty much saying that she's gonna have to heal from all of this because she is hurt and she really is dealing with the spirit of rejection. Because this is more so of a thing because she did say that she thought he was fine, she thought he looked good, she liked his music, and she was kind of interested in him, so it was like a dream come true for her to see him in the club that night for them to get together and everything. But she's trying to like balance out her feelings and figure out like what to do, where to go. Because Spirit is pretty much saying there's options here, but the way he's gonna be talking to her is a little too bit confusing. So he's gonna try to like get into her head and try to figure her out and tell her like what to do. But she's gonna have to figure out this thing on her own because Spirit is saying that she does have great potential as a woman, and he is a good father figure, potential as a father figure and everything, but she's gonna have to like deal with this rejection and figure out a way to co-parent but also move forward and move on is what I'm picking up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading that I did on Well AA and Melissa. Feel free to leave positive comments in the comments section and to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a good night.